This week from the internet. Suddenly investing in action figures doesn't seem like such a bad idea. As toy makers navigate an ever-changing global landscape, collectors just want to know how much they're going to have to pay for Maximum Marvel Legends Hulk. Plus, NECA tells TMNT fans to take it or leave it. And Superman toy leaks suggest McFarlane finally has his head in the game. It's the Reluctant Adult Podcast. Welcome to another episode of the Reluctant Adult Podcast. My name is Paul, and I am joined, as always, by the man whose Star Wars Power of the Force 2 collection is worth more than your 401k. Bill!
Hi, everyone. That's right.
You got those long sabers, short sabers and long trays, all those.
Buff Luke. They should get Buff Luke at Galaxy's Edge. That would be a dream.
We need something. That's what they got now is not working.
No, it's not. It's
You sent me another. They had another actor out there playing Luke.
I don't know how many of these Lukes they got going around.
Worse than the first. You can't find one single good Luke. My God.
There's not one
Mark
blonde
Hamill's
man
anymore?
in the state of California to.
I don't believe it. This is a dream come true for people. They can't. They didn't. There's not one guy out there. It's like my whole life I've been waiting for this moment.
I've been told that I look like Mark Hamill this whole time.
Probably if you look like Mark Hamill, you can get a job paying more than minimum wage. Is what probably Disney pays.
Fair enough.
I mentioned Power of the Force 2. I want to quickly give a shout out to another podcast. I should have written down what it was called. Dan Larson is the co-host, I believe. He is considered the co-host. And what did I added them at Blue Sky. I'm looking through my Blue Sky very quickly. Do you remember? I told you to listen to it. I forget the gentleman's name.
I forget.
It's like,
I forget as well.
It's like toys podcast.
Yeah.
They
did a, what did they do? A deep dive?
Well, they just covered the first series of Power of the Force 2, and I just thought it was so great to go back to that time. Here it is. Geek Dad Life. That is the name of the
Geek
gentleman.
Dad Life. Yes.
He has a podcast, and it is great. His name is Jay. Yeah. So Jay and Dan, Secret Galaxy. They look them up on wherever you listen to podcasts. Toy Geeks. There we go. Toy Geeks. Their logo is very nice. It looks like the Mattel Starburst, and then you have the Kenner looking, drop stroke or whatever that graphic design term is. But yeah, I really enjoyed their Power of the Force 2 look back, and really the story of how Hasbro bought the license. The license lapsed, and Hasbro was able to buy it. And they really only bought it because they knew that episode 1 was coming, but not right away. We still had to go through all the secret or the special editions and all that. So that was the whole reason that Power of the Force 2 happened, is because they were just trying to bridge the gap from nothing to episode 1, because they thought episode 1 would be like the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
Yeah.
And it was to a certain degree.
Sure.
But, looking back now, none of that stuff is worth anything, which is the joke, because your 401ks suffered a massive loss this past week. You got to laugh to not cry. Thankfully, I don't have any stocks. My retirement is entirely separate from that, so I'm not concerned one bit. But I know a lot of people are. A lot of people
I am not
concerned.
Stressing out. I am okay. I'm not stressed.
You're not concerned. That's good.
No.
I mean, we're not near retirement age. There's lots of time left to right the ship,
plenty of
or
time.
or for society to be overthrown, Mr. Robot style. There's lots of things that can and will happen before, and who maybe retirement isn't even a thing anymore. Maybe it's one of those Logan Run situations where they just kill us at a certain age. You know, you don't have to worry about it. There you go.
Get him. He's turning 50.
Think positively. But because this is actual real news that is affecting actual real toys, we got to talk about it. So I'm going to find the story here on my Blue Sky that I know I posted. I tried to organize this, but I did not do a good job, apparently.
Giving me
this is the story of
the level of scrolling.
Well, this is your weekly preview of what's coming up. I'm trying to find the story about Long Box Heroes. Here it is. Okay.
Yeah, there it is.
So Long Box Heroes, they did a Kickstarter for Series 1. It was successful. They tried to do it for Series 2. It didn't get funded, but it wasn't done yet. But they announced this week that they're just going to cancel it because they got updated pricing from their warehouses, from their factories in China or wherever they're getting these produced. And they were like, essentially, the figures are going to cost $40 per figure. Wow. And that's just no, they can't for these 3 or 5 points of articulation figures. That's not how it works. So this is the first confirmed casualty from the tariffs. Now, just to sort of like full transparency on this, there were some people saying that maybe this wasn't going to get funded anyway, and this was sort of their way out to be like, oops, not our fault, bye-bye.
Yeah.
But if the $40 per figure thing is true, of course not. Of course that's not going to work. So that's one down. And we're really going to have to keep an eye on these Kickstarter programs because, it's very uncertain how much stuff is going to cost day to day. I don't even know how you do these now. Like, nobody knows. You're trying to build a house. No one knows what lumber is going to cost. No one knows what any of these materials are going to cost. And these things are like, months down the road. Maybe the tariffs are gone. Maybe they're worse than ever. Nobody knows. How do you price anything?
It's going to be a free-for-all. I don't know. I told you earlier.
Nobody knows.
We might as well speculate into older toys at this point.
I think that is the way. That's really what I'm kind of banking on. You and I both have like a real big backstock of especially NECA that we kept mint in box that has not increased in value. I never expected to keep it mint in box. It just sort of happened like that. Like it all started coming in so fast that I didn't have time to open it. And then by the time I did have time, I was like, I don't care.
You got too
so
much.
This has become an investment product. But none of it is worth anything. So yeah, the hope is that
at this point, I'd rather put it out and just get the money back. It won't be the same amount of money.
You'd like to return it 1-to-1, or you just want to get rid of it for whatever it's worth.
If I offload it for cost, but obviously,
no, I would hold on to it for a little bit because
I will.
I will.
I'm too lazy. Are you kidding me?
Well, that is the thing too. It's like it's too much work, and then it's like you lose money in fees if you use eBay. But I do wonder. We started the show right before the pandemic, and then we got to sort of chronicle what it was like in the before time leading up to the pandemic, the early days of the pandemic, and then all the way through. This sort of feels like right before something. Like that lives will be different, collecting especially will be different. Sure. Now, we know during the pandemic, collecting went crazy. Value of everything went up. I feel like this is probably going to be the opposite. Or
you and I have already I can at least speak for myself. I don't know about you because you seem to. I mean, you started out last year looking at how much you were putting into it month to month, and I don't know how far you went with that in terms of collecting. This year, I won't buy anything unless it's on sale or on clearance. I don't care.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's certain things, like, I was priced out well before these tariffs were on the horizon. Case in point, vintage collection for Star Wars. I'm not paying $17 a pop for these. There's no way.
What did they start out at? 10?
$10. Like when 10.
They first rolled that out.
Yeah. And that was even, back when that came out, that was even expensive. Because it was like, ooh, I'm used to paying like $6 for these.
Yeah. Well, they were premium items.
Sure.
And then like Hasbro tries to get you even more with like these deluxe sets, and it's like,
of course, yeah,
you get
the playset sets, but you have to get there's a figure involved in that's carded.
Right.
The one out now, Streets of Mos Eisley, has a Jawa in it, and it's like, do you want the Jawa? I don't know. I mean, I tell you, they priced me out of it, so now I go in alternative means. Like I go and seek out other stuff.
And that is, so there's two sides to it. One, from the collector point of view, it's like, yeah, I don't want to spend this money. I'll just wait and hope that it goes on clearance. But on the other side, these companies, Hasbro, they have to keep making money somehow.
Right.
So it's like if too many people do that, they're just going to be like, well, it doesn't make sense to keep making this product.
Of course,
especially on larger items and their Kickstarter, HasLab items.
Yeah, what's it going to do to HasLab?
Real risky. And I think about the Four Horsemen, and they put out a statement this week about their Dragon, and their Dragon is not scheduled to ship until well into next year. So they were basically like, who knows what it'll be like then, but we're not going to charge you any more than we said you were. So if in the end they end up taking a bath on that, that's, they can't change the price after the fact. That's what this has done. This has created all this uncertainty in the market. And it's not fair, especially to these little companies who have razor thin margins. Nobody's getting rich off of making toys. Nobody's doing that. They're just doing it because they love making toys. So we really have to, I don't even know. Like, what can you do? You just keep it on, I guess. Try to support these companies that you like in the best way you can. We try to promote these companies, so we'll keep doing that. We wish everyone well, we warned you, I guess we could say. We warned you. Dan Larson warned you. We told you this was going to happen. But, it is what it is. So hopefully... Were you out there protesting today? I saw a lot of people out in Boston.
And I had to work.
No, you got to work. They wouldn't give you off to go protest?
And I went to Five Below.
Oh, there you go. Did you find anything at Five Below?
I did.
What'd you get?
We can get into it, or we can wait.
Let's do it. Let's get into it.
What do you want to do? Do you want to do a little blind box unboxing, or do you want to go the Simpsons route? Which way do you want to go?
Simpsons.
Let's start with Simpsons. So what is it? Five Below has the 2.5-inch scale Simpsons.
The little guys, right?
The little guys, and it fits. It's a perfect SKU for them. It fits right into that $5 mark.
Perfect. That's how much it is everywhere.
You don't see them enough at Target. You don't see them. I think Walmart had them, and then marked them all down. I remember seeing Lisa and Bart and Homer for like $3 a piece in the clearance section. But I walked into my closest Five Below, which, again, I don't go there enough. I should start going because I had a lot of fun with me and my kid looking at stuff. You sent a photo earlier in the week of the full set with the Squinting Bart.
That's right. I didn't get that one.
Well, they had like 90 of them there. Itchy and Scratchy, Sideshow Bob. My son, I got
wacky on these.
Oh, it's crazy. It's all Bart, of course.
It's all the Bart the. Yeah.
I picked up the other two. I picked up Sideshow Bob and Krusty earlier in the week, and my son's looking at Sideshow Bob, and he goes, "Why are there worms coming out of his head?" And I was like, "Buddy, that's his hair."
They look like baby corn, but brown.
Yeah,
or
caterpillars or something
or whatever.
Like
baby corn.
But yeah, I walk in, I find Scratchy.
There you go.
Which is great.
One per case.
And I find Itchy. I got
both. Imagine if somebody bought one of them. They're like, I don't really like Itchy. I'm just a Scratchy guy.
Oh yeah, I'm more of a cat person.
Cat. So these are in the 5-inch scale, but do you think they're intended? Oh, I'm sorry, they're in the 3-inch scale. But do you think they're intended to fit in with the 5-inch figures because they are 3 inches tall?
That's a good question.
Or is it just like like they didn't want to make them to scale to the 3-inch figures because then they'd be super tiny.
Sure.
Well,
I got the
how
Homer
tall
here.
are these characters supposed to be? Because they're cartoons. They don't exist in the real world.
Of course. Well, if you go back to the Treehouse of Horror episode, where Bart and Lisa get stuck in the TV,
right?
And at the end, Itchy and Scratchy get out of the TV, and Marge just picks them up, and they're tiny. It's just they're cat-sized.
They're actual animal size. Like
they're actual animals. Then Itchy and Scratchy falls in love with Snowball too, and he goes, "Uh-oh, you're gonna need to be neutered." And he's like, "No,
no." All right. So that's fine. Maybe they would fit in better with the Super 7 figures then.
That'd be nice to see there.
If I had some foresight here, I would have had the Super 7 robot Itchy and Scratchy out to really compare them, but not to be. So we got those. That's good because these are really hard to find. As we said, they're one per case.
They are.
Yeah, they're hard to find. Then you found something else.
I had a good time. I did. I got in there and like everybody was getting presents, and I was like, "Oh, $5 for slime, sure. $5 for this, why not?" And then I found these retro toys, which I think we've covered before.
The Hasbro, it's Funko, but then it's all Hasbro.
It is Funko. Brands. I was surprised. I was opening up taking the plastic off.
Right.
And I looked at the top and it said Funko Specialty Series, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
It's the mini.
I thought it was going to be like Loyal Subjects or something wacky like that.
No, it's Funko.
Funko, yeah.
All those.
So you told me
I
that.
have these. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have the blind box ones in my Five Below, but this week I found these same sets, but with a clear window, so you know who you're getting. But they only had 4 characters. They had Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. They had, I think, the Monopoly Man, and then they had the Operation Guy, who was really weird because it looks like he just has 2 open wounds on his chest because he's got these giant red spots. I was like, this is horrifying.
So it's interesting because which one's Mrs. Potato Head in the back? Is it any different? Because it's like.
No, those are different. Those are different than the ones that. And maybe I misread. No, but why would they do 2 potato heads? I think one is supposed to be. Maybe it's exclusive to this set. They do have 3 on there.
And one of them's a 1 in 72 chance. Like the pack out of all these is crazy.
What?
So like
that's crazy.
The glowworms 1 in 6. I mean, I only bought them because I wanted to get the My Pet Monster. So we'll see how we go.
I would have got that if they had that. And do they have a furry one? Is a flocked one? Is like the chase?
I don't know. This one just says it's an exclusive 1 in 24. Is the My Pet Monster.
Open them up. I gotta see what you got.
Let's dig into this.
I definitely wanted to get that. Someone else did like a My Pet Monster. Maybe it was Super 7 did a reaction.
Yeah.
I really feel like that's an untapped market. But they could do more with My Pet Monster because it's such a fun design, especially with the handcuffs. Who'd you get?
The G.I. Joe.
Who is that?
Grunt? I don't know. Is it like Flint or is it just generic?
Footloose.
Is it
Footloose? You got a mustache, right?
He does. It's the Freddie Mercury.
I feel like he came with the that Jeep, or that like open Jeep thing.
I'm trying to think. I don't know.
Because he's got the green that matches it.
Right. This feels potato-ish to me.
No, maybe it's 1 in 72.
No, it's definitely a potato. Oh, nope, it's...
Well, that's good.
It's goofy.
Is that the hard one, isn't it?
Exclusive. It's a 1 in 12.
There you go. That's something. He's pretty goofy.
Like the potato head if your child put it together.
Yeah.
All that. So yeah.
Those are $5.
Those are $5.
I feel like that's a little too much. Although they're probably more when they were sold at Target. If they're not still sold, I think they were like.
It's just it's interesting to see what costs $5 there compared to like my kid still likes her Littlest Pet Shop, and they have like a blind bag like neon / dark light set, and it's not a set, it's just a blind bag with an animal in it. And then they have this full-on play set, and they're both $5. So
yeah, it is sort of weird. It's like they just
kind
have
of wild
SKU.
where the balance is.
they have this $5 SKU, and it's like, what can you make? And like, where do you want to make back some money? My Five Below, the new one, is next to a Dollar Tree. So when I go to one, I go to both.
Sure.
This Dollar Tree, they have some new stuff. Like the new toy season is finally upon us. So many blind balls. Like so many different ones now. They had some like Care Bear ones. And it's not ones that you see at other places. So it's like the product is probably crappier. But this is like this is a Dollar Tree and beyond. So it's like, I think the balls are at minimum $3, if not $5 for some of them.
I've seen this.
So it's like not a great deal, but it's still like better than what you're paying at Target for something. But the product is probably much crappier. Definitely not getting your money's worth. But I was just like, this is crazy. Like there's so many of them all of a sudden. This is clearly what they've leaned into. But
it's like, be interesting to see what happens to Dollar Tree with all of this economic.
Right,
stuff.
They're gonna have to raise their prices again, and then it's like you're just Five Below. Like you already are basically Five Below.
You're Five Below 15 years ago.
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
I think I like.
Let's talk about more toys.
All right.
Let's talk about exciting toys.
I think this is probably the biggest reveal of the week. I was gonna start off by saying Hasbro had a really funny April Fool's joke this week. They pretended to show off their Maximum Hulk, and it was just like the worst 3 head sculpts and like a gummy torso.
Yeah.
And then it was like, no, this is real. I'm like, oh, okay. So we had been seeing leaks of different pieces of him, like the hands and like the forearms.
The missile
or something.
we saw, yeah.
Well, the missile was like officially teased, but the rest of it was like bootleg stuff we were seeing. So we knew he was going to be single jointed elbows. It wasn't going to be like anything groundbreaking there. And then the feet have the toe joint. So that's different. That's like the only extra joint that like a previous Hulk doesn't have. The big like advancement in toy technology here is that his torso is made of a soft material that allows the butterfly joint to be less like obvious, I guess. Like you don't really see that there's a joint there.
Okay.
When he does like the thunderclap and he puts his arms together.
Yeah.
But people are like, this is definitely going to like fall apart in the heat. Like this is not going to survive.
Yeah, it's going to crack and
and like maybe
else.
I don't know, maybe it won't. Maybe they figured it out. The other thing is that there's not like a normal Hulk head in this set. There's 3 heads, and they're very specific to like artwork or moments or something. Right. You get one. I don't know if he has a ponytail. He's got like slicked back hair and like a really like creepy looking grin. I don't like that one at all. You have one where the mouth is wide open, and this is
like he's like going all up.
He's mid crazy move or something. My favorite thing I saw was for the 3rd head. He's got like showing off the chompers, and it looks just like Stretch Armstrong's mouth. Like it's the exact same. Like you see the top and bottom teeth, exactly the same as that like 90s Stretch Armstrong. So I don't feel like people like this figure. I've not seen a lot of positivity. Also, why wouldn't you just get the last Hulk? It's not any different other than like the way they did the torso.
Isn't this all a lot of reuse as well?
I don't know. I would hope not, but maybe
there's a little bit. I don't think it's a completely unique new sculpt. I've heard that. Some
it's the Hulk.
Reuse.
You probably can reuse. Like I don't know. You're just reinventing the wheel if you're just giving him different, resculpting his ripped up pants.
Is this the same price point as that Spider-Man?
I don't know. I bet it's more. It's more. It's so big. It's the Hulk. But I don't know. Also, the missile is dumb. Like I get you can like reenact that, but it's like it's dumb. You could get a missile. There's enough missiles floating around out there.
Seems like seems like everything these Maximums does that go around his head too? It seems like every Maximum figure so far has something that wraps around the head.
It does.
Is that a missile?
Look like.
What is that?
I feel like it goes around his head. He's
does
like
that go around that Jamie Foxx Electro figure? What the hell?
It might. I saw that today at Target. They were like they have like the electricity covering his face. Is the sculpt not? Right. Is it not him? Did they not get the likeness rights? Because
they couldn't get the likeness.
Tell.
It's close enough. Someone yanked off that electricity, and he's got like the face similar to.
It's not Jamie Foxx.
It's an approximation of.
That's terrible.
Like, it's a decent sculpt, but I don't think he signed off. But he takes off. There's like the peg hole, kind of like how they do the. Those
there's a hole in his head.
Trick-or-treaters.
If you take it off?
Yes.
I hate it so much. Why even make it? Straight to clearance. Yeah. So Hulk, I'm sure we'll talk about him more when he comes out. That Maximum Spider is already out. People have that. I thought that was like a ways away.
It's funny.
I don't know where they're getting it, but it's out.
I just don't know who approved. It's like I told you. I said it was like the one time I would have actually wanted a neutral face for a Marvel Legends figure. We always complain that we need
neutral. Ridiculous.
We always have like neutral faces on all our characters. We don't see like a screaming or a mouth open Wolverine. But like now they've given us these faces. I hate that one with the grinning teeth. It looks like the mouth of like if you ever watched that show Attack on Titan or read that the manga series Attack on Titan with the Titans there. Their lips are all curled back. It looks like he's got no lips. He's just like all teeth.
He's got no his face is deteriorating, and it's just skull. He's just skull. He's Red Skull.
Michelangelo. It's that Michelangelo latex mask.
You're right. The Ninja Turtle current day version of it. Yeah, that's a really good point. Not great. I still have like the Toy Biz one that came in those like 2-packs with like a meter or whatever. Like that one's probably better. I mean, it doesn't have modern articulation, but it wasn't that different. Double jointed knees, maybe. So that's one thing. That was like the big show off thing. They had retro carded She-Hulk on the Fantastic Four card. It's fine. It's got some dumbbells. That's cute. 2 heads. I always like, you gotta have at least 2 heads at this point, or like, it doesn't seem like it's a good value. This was the other big reveal.
Ooh.
Black suit Spider-Man from the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 3, which is just a straight repaint of the original Tobey Maguire figure.
Oh, no kidding. Oh.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Okay.
It should be, the chest symbol is different in the movie. I believe people were complaining about.
I think people mostly want this one for the head sculpt over anything
So you can
else.
put it on like the suited body.
So you can put it on a suit. Yeah.
He also comes...
$35 for this, though. It's crazy.
It's too much. I give up. I quit. I quit. I wasn't going to get it anyways, but he also comes with like a head wrap with Venom, Venom top. I don't remember that even from the movie, and it's not pictured in this post. I decided to reskeet, but
omit it.
I'm sure people will buy this, but it's not great. Like you said, they should have done him in the suit. I think that would have been more fun with him dancing. They always like to tease something, the Marvel Legends panel. People peg this pretty quickly as being from the Capcom video games where Juggernaut is doing one of his dashes. So they think that'll go with Juggernaut. And I think this one is from Psylocke. I think that's what people decided upon. So I don't know if this will be a Marvel Capcom wave or they're just like giving them accessories from that. But that's cool. I'd like to see a Juggernaut, like a modern Juggernaut. I don't feel like we've had one. Has Hasbro ever done a Juggernaut?
Oh yeah, no, we have one. Okay. We had one in the Colossus. There was a Colossus 2-pack, and I think there was a separate Juggernaut as well.
And he was like as big as the Toy Biz one, because that Toy Biz one was wide. That was a great figure.
Yeah, that's he's sizable. I don't know if he's comparative to that.
Him.
I remember get that Juggernaut for $10 back then. Could you imagine?
With the Toy Biz one?
The Toy Biz one.
Oh my god, it was so great. It was so great. Oh, here's the... Oh yeah, the Colossus 2-pack. Okay. So it was in the 2-pack. Yeah, that's a pretty good one then. Yeah, okay. So that's probably what that's going to be. They had the hard copy of the Daredevil figure from the show. Looks fine.
Okay.
You
watching Daredevil. That show at all?
I haven't seen it yet. Have you watched it?
No.
No, I'm not. I just can't. There's too much other good TV. We started watching The Pit on Max. Have you seen this?
Oh, The Pit. You know, originally that was supposed to be an ER sequel.
And they're being sued by the estate of Michael Crichton because they were in works to make it ER, and then they just decided, we're just going to do this. It doesn't cost anything. We're just going to do it. And obviously Noah Wiley is in it, who was an ER.
Yeah.
At least one of the writers, if not a bunch of them. Yeah. Oh, that would be so great. It's such a good show, though. I hope they settle and keep making more because it's just the best. No music.
Pick it back up again. Oh no!
It's the fastest hour in TV. Seriously, it's like it's over. What? Oh, it's so good. We're halfway through the season. I love it. Here's a retro carded Mystique. The last Mystique we got was from the VHS boxes. She came with a little baby. She comes with like a human, like Caucasian human head here.
She can do with that. She got blue skin. That makes no sense.
I was not a huge Mystique fan, like a fan of her figures. Okay. And then they completely changed her in the movies. She was just naked. She's just a naked character. Makes it a little more toyetic. I know there was more, but that's all I decided to share. But
what else was there? So that the Hulk is the big and stuff. Yeah, the Hulk.
Yeah, that's right. The Thunderbolts, which look fine, but it's like the least exciting, visually exciting characters you could make into toys. Sure. And we've already seen, the joke is these characters all ended up at Ollie's the first time around. So, what makes you think that these are gonna? I have that. I got the 2-pack of Red Guardian, and whoever the female bad guy was, or I don't even know if she was a bad guy. She was like Black Widow's mom or something, or the den mom, whatever.
Oh, the 2-pack was okay.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
I got that super cheap because I just ended up getting it to get it, but I ended up using parts of it for a custom. Oh. So it doesn't look much different. The design didn't change much, but this gives you a new chance to buy them if you want them, and I'm sure they'll be on sale at some point. Yeah. And any other quick stories before we head into break?
Oh, let's do custom Star Wars figures real quick.
All right, let's talk about custom Star Wars
real quick because I got back into it. I've been sitting on the designer custom Kenner Star Wars figures for a long time. And something enticed me. It's kind of like a what if. Mm-hmm. So it's what if I took the little red snaggletooth, and the big blue snaggletooth, and combined them to make a tall red snaggletooth.
What? That's crazy.
Yes. Yeah, there he is.
So this is the least accurate he can be, or what is this? What did he end up actually looking like in the film?
Honestly, if you go back and look at the alien that he's based off of, there's those very dumpy looking ones in the background with the wide hips.
Yeah,
they're not even in the cantina. But Stan Solo Creations, I've purchased from them in the past. I love their work. It's very specific, and it harkens back to the Kenner days. This was a very early one by them. And he started it back up again at the factory, so it has the old logo from his company on the back, which was Smith Lord Creations, and there was a falling out between some of the partners at B. But he had some. I didn't want to send over to the UK to get them, but his partner in the States had a handful and reached out to me. He goes, "Hey, I've got a couple. Do you want one?" And I said, "Sure thing." I go, "Can you roll it into a bundle because you have some other figures I want?" And he goes, "Yeah, sure thing. What are you looking at?" And I said, "I want the TMNT sisters as well." So here they are.
Woo! There you go. Woo!
Kenner style TMNT sisters.
Did you order the Cantina from HasLab?
I did.
So you're gonna get the vintage ones then.
Yeah.
The first official. Not counting the
first official.
Galoob, Micro, whatever.
They only did one.
They did one. Doesn't make any sense. Why not just repaint it? I don't get it. So you didn't make those though.
No, I didn't make these. No,
I thought you were saying like you popped the head off.
Oh no! This is an actual
selling it. Just with the head on the other
custom
body?
figure. I mean, okay. I'm pretty sure it's all factory molded and everything. It's not painted by any means. It's all cast in red and everything.
Oh, well, there you go.
It's just a fun little what if. What if Snaggletooth that was red was tall and wore black boots?
It should have been purple. They like combine the two of them.
That would have been fun.
What I want. That's better.
There he is.
There he is.
We had good response to our Star Wars content last week. Here's some more. Yeah, your little find, your little
that's right.
Imperial troop transport find. It had some good engagement.
I still have a bunch of more clips to put out from that show. Yeah. But we'll see if that happens or not. All right, very good. We will be right back. So if you've been following our show for a few years now, you know that we have dabbled in artificial intelligence. We were, I feel like we were doing it in the beginning before people started to hate it. And now it's sort of like if you post it, you're definitely going to get a bunch of people saying like, oh, it's using up all these resources. It's bad. It's stealing artwork from other artists. And like 100%, that is all true. Yeah. But it's also like so fucking amazing what it can do and how quickly it can do it. It's like I know it's bad, but it's out there and it's like free. It's like it's hard not to do it. It's like those
so
little,
enjoyable. I sent it to my wife and
filters on Facebook and TikTok. It's like, how can you not do it? It's so fun. It's a free.
It's so fun. It's a distraction. It's a distraction.
I do realize. I do understand it's going to destroy the planet, but it's like, who will destroy the planet first? There's so many races to see who will destroy the planet first.
Get in line, people. Get in line,
AI. Right behind Taylor Swift's jets and those like the ladies going up into space and the Blue Horizons or Origins or whatever. It's like it's all bad. Right. This isn't good, but it's less bad. No. At least I like it.
It's not the worst thing since a 6-pack plastic ring of Coke.
Killing the turtles. Yeah.
Is the AI going to choke the turtles?
The birds. The turtles are like the straw, the paper straws. Those are like if you put into like a 2-pack of versus pack, it's like the turtles versus paper straws getting stuck in the nose.
Oh, that should have been the mutant. Forget about Shredder. It's the plastic straws.
Oh, plastic straws. Excuse me. Paper straws was like
paper straws. My first exposure to paper straws was like going to Disney World and like, no, you can't have a plastic straw. The gorillas will eat them.
I hated it dissolved. It's so gross. They will give you a lid. You're spilling everywhere. You can't get free refills. Oh, it's the worst experience. But soda's bad for you, so maybe that's for the best. Anyway, the newest hot trend in AI is people are making action figures out of themselves. So of course we had to jump on this. So you have to like upload a photo with your prompt, and you only get so many free uploads per day. So I ran out of them before I could do Bill, but I made myself. Here I'm wearing my Lumen shirt from Severance.
Yeah, nice.
I'm very angry. I told the prompt to give me an action figure version of the action figure. And this is pretty big. This would be like an 18-inch figure, like if NECA was making them. And then there's like this half action figure, half microphone, which... is like not great, but now I kind of like love it, and I kind of want to make that into a thing.
It's like a Fisher Price.
It's very strange. People. It's very strange, but yours came out great. I think this is a really good light. You said it looked a little like CM Punk. I can definitely see that. You're very like stern, like Obi-Wan-ish. I feel like here. Yeah. Did you tell it to give you a bunch of hands?
I did. I always I think alternate hands. I said incorporate alternate hands.
There you go. And then you got your own action figure version. So yours is very good.
My wife was like, what is this? She's like, what is this? Did you get something made of yourself? And I'm like, she's like, is this AI? And I was like, yes. She was very confused. And then she was equally confused by the tiny version of me.
Right. Well, we get that though. That's what we would want our action figures to come with. So you'll have to send me the photo that you used for this, because I'm going to try to make like a 2-pack of us
Okay,
I
sure.
get more free uploads.
Yeah. But... No, I was just at work and I just took a selfie. So.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it worked great. So definitely send that to me. But I just saw a ton of people doing it. I'm trying to find some other ones that I uploaded on my Blue Sky. Toys R Us.
Well, that's what somehow prompted it. Was that Jeffrey?
I don't know that this was the first one, but they like jumped on it.
Okay, well, that was the first one I saw.
Right, yeah. So this is Jeffrey with AI, and this isn't the first time they've used AI, or like someone made a commercial for Toys R Us using AI. But I think they like, if they didn't post it natively, they like reshared it or something. But if anyone should not be using AI, it should be Toys R Us, because that's like the antithesis of what playing with physical toys is. So shame on you, Toys R Us, but it's okay for us. But like, look at this guy did something. The scientist lady. Some are better than others. A lot of them get cut off at the knee.
Where are your legs?
Yeah, their legs sold separately.
What's with the big knife? Who is this?
I don't know. These are just people I saw. I retweeted it. This guy's name is Gunny with umlauts over the U. I don't even know how to pronounce that.
Oh,
someone made their corgi as an action figure. The dimensions make no sense because he would be like going through the card, but that's okay.
Right.
This is the one I copied his prompts because I thought his looked pretty good. It gave him like a larger head, but his body is like, it's not action figure-y enough. And that looks like Shrek on his shirt. No, but I still thought that was fun. So
that is fun.
We destroyed the planet a little bit, but we got a little bit of enjoyment. Honestly,
we had fun talking about it.
If this looks like sort of a vinyl figure, like I would buy vinyl, like even if they had no articulation or just like arm articulation, maybe the waist, I would buy these. Yeah. These would be fun.
This is a lot of fun.
Can we get somebody to make these? Do you think anyone would buy these?
I'm gonna prompt my kids. I'm gonna have my kids do it. And
yeah, there's this company that makes little, like we talked about it when we were talking about the Rizzlers getting one, micro brawlers. They're little, like they look like pencil erasers to me, but you like independent wrestlers can get them made and sell them. So the company that makes these is opening it up to anyone that wants to have them. There's just a minimum order quantity. So you have to order X amount, and it comes out to $4,000. But then you could sell them. That's the idea. You sell them, and you sell them for like 3 times what you paid in theory. If you can sell all of them, like 800 or 1,000, and you can make money. So it's like, should we have micro brawlers made of us? Do you think we could sell like 100 of them? You think there are 100 people out there that would buy them?
That's a good question.
I think there's 100 people for $25. Yeah, can you chip in $4,000? Can you chip in $8,000 and pay for all of it?
8.
Just sell one of your homes.
Just sell one of my homes. I'll just rent one of my homes out. No, I'm working on that bedroom. I'm working on that downstairs, that couch room.
It's like, I do want to eventually make like toys of us or something, but I want them to be toys I would want. I don't love the micro brawlers. I would say I don't have any, so maybe they're fine. I don't really know what I would want. It's like, I don't want Pops. I want something that looks like us and that's like fun. I haven't really settled on what it would be. So it's like, if we do ever sell something with our likenesses on it, know that it's something that I actually like and it's not just like a money grab, because I don't have any expectations that we will make money off of it. I'm sure we will end up with so many. We'll be giving them away as Christmas presents to our family for years to come. But I do eventually want to have something. Figure. We need to like memorialize this podcast with something physical, like more than just a t-shirt, although a t-shirt would be a good start. But I do want to make something. Nacelle Toys Star Trek Series 2. We knew they were doing Captain Kirk. Here he is. He comes with a horse. What is this about?
Horse.
What is this horse from?
That's from Generations and from William Shatner's love of equine.
Is it going to be a build-a-horse? Like, do you have to get all the toys to build it?
You get to buy all the toys? I think he just
There's a lot of toys. There's too many.
A lot of figures in this wave.
That's 10 characters? One of them is a cartoon? I don't understand.
Right?
What are we even looking at here? What even is this set? Who we got here? Captain Janeway.
From the Year of Hell. Great two-parter.
All sweaty. She's all sweaty. Yeah. Okay. Worf, but as a sailor, like very
Star Trek
nice
Generations.
white...
That's when he made commander rank.
Okay. There's another sailor character in here, isn't there?
Yep, Geordi
LaForge. He's got
so you get
trifold hat.
You get three characters from Star Trek Generations. You get Kirk, Worf, and Geordi. And
fair.
Worf and Geordi are both from the holodeck, so they're in holodeck attire.
Mm-hmm. So it's not real, is what you're saying. It's just in their AI, or like.
And it's kind of funny. Ooh. So Brian Volkweiss says you're getting figures that we've never gotten before. The Kirk has been made before in that outfit, and I believe Worf has been made. Worf is definitely, because I have that Playmates figure.
Okay. Well, Playmates did a lot. They had a lot of deep cuts, especially if they're doing from the movie. Fine. There's you got to do
from the movie. Exactly.
Yes. Yeah. But I was gonna say maybe there's a reason people haven't made these before, because they're kind of so different from what you want.
They are. I don't know. I mean, I saw these and I said, you know what? I should definitely go and pre-order that first series just to kind of see how these are.
Yeah.
This is a freaking horse.
The horse is crazy to me. It doesn't. I don't know. It might still be like a prototype, but it doesn't look like super articulated. Are there cuts
you don't think he's gonna ride the
leg?
horse?
It's just like one piece, and it might just be like the first step. Yeah. So it says artist rendering. It's not even cut. But it better be super articulated. He comes with a jar of dillweed. What is this? What is the
he's making eggs.
Significance? He's making eggs, so he needs his dillweed.
Yeah. He needs the dillweed.
And then he could chop
wood.
Recreate that scene from Avengers where Captain America tears it apart. Sure.
Of course, yeah. Everyone needs a block of log.
It's log. It's better than bad. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Who else we got in this set? We have who's this cartoon friend?
That's from Star Trek the animated series.
Is that's old? That's like when the Star Wars
old.
Christmas cartoon came out.
Older than that.
Oh, older than that. Oh my god.
Older than that. Yeah.
Do you think they'll make it look animated, or are they going to make it the thing I hate the most about the Black series is when they take the animated characters and they make them realistic.
Right.
I thought that was the worst. Yes. Do you think they'll do that with the animated characters?
So we've got who is that? Master Replicas making animated figures for Lower Decks.
Oh,
and
right.
They're animated.
That's true.
So I mean, maybe there's precedent for it to make it animated as opposed to realistic. I'd probably rather see it animated because that leaves the door open for getting animated Captain Kirk, Mr.
True.
Spock, those characters. I feel like that's a good means to that end.
Yeah, they could split that off if it did really well.
We got a lot Kim Cattrall.
Yeah, a lot of female characters in this wave.
Yeah.
Four, excuse me. Almost half the wave. And then who knows if this Bem, you don't know his gender or her gender. Who knows? Nog? Is Nog a male character or a female character?
Nog is a male character,
It's hard to tell.
It's a Ferengi. It's the first Ferengi in Starfleet.
Good for it. Carol Marcus. Yeah. You think this will be a big? People really wanted this character.
She developed the Genesis device. She's going to go with the Genesis device from the first wave.
That's fine. She looks like she's got a fancy
Kirk's love interest from Wrath of Khan.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. You got to put those together.
Yeah.
Valeris.
Where's Valeris?
Bottom left. Under Kirk.
Oh, Valeris.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Valeris.
That's Kim Cattrall from Star Trek The Undiscovered Country. Originally, so she was a traitorous Vulcan, and originally she was supposed to be portrayed by Kirstie Alley. Kirstie Alley was in Wrath of Khan, and then they couldn't get her character back. They could get the character back, obviously, but they couldn't get the character back for Search for Spock. But eventually she was supposed to turn bad and be very Federation centric against the Klingons, and there was this big old mystery, but they couldn't get Kirstie Alley back to portray Saavik. So they created a new character in Valeris.
Mm-hmm. Now, how does that information get out there before the internet? How did people spread rumors like that?
I think it was all just at like
conventions, like spreading.
Yeah.
You make
like stories, like books.
Was like, they couldn't.
They read books. It was all in books. The behind the scenes books.
Oh, there it is. Yeah,
the big old coffee table stuff.
Who is T'Pol? Is that how you say it?
T'Pol. Yeah. So T'Pol's from Enterprise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She was she's from the Enterprise series. The last was it the last series to be syndicated on regular TV, like the CBS's and everything like that before it went to streaming. So
all right.
Yeah, the Scott Bakula series.
She's like a very attractive character. This is like
so that was like this is like post Voyager, where like they had Jerry Ryan as 7 of 9, but she was very seductive Borg, and they really tried to like lean in on the sex appeal of Star Trek.
Yeah, that's what you want. Yes. All right. Well, very good. Again, if Brian would like to send us a set of these, or send a set to Bill.
Hey, I'll be fine with the Kirk. Just send me the Kirk.
Just send him the Kirk. Send me the horse. I would like the horse. I would like to see what the horse looks like. Oh, speaking of horses, I love the Tauntaun from Star Wars. That's one of my favorite characters that they dreamed up, because he's in the role of a horse, but he's bipedal. He walks on two feet.
Yeah.
Is there anything in real life that people ride that has 2 legs, like a kangaroo?
Besides an ostrich? I don't think so.
An ostrich, yeah, but it's like its body wouldn't be shaped like this. Like you would not be able, because look, you sit and there's nothing below you,
and there's nothing there.
It makes no sense that he would be able to hold you up.
It's a wonderful design. It's like a little bit of everything. It's like my dog.
It doesn't work.
It is like 9 different things.
It doesn't work. So this is a popcorn bucket that they will be making. Now, you very astutely pointed out that they should have made the opening for the popcorn in his belly, so you can recreate the famous scene. It makes no sense that you would open up the saddle. What? That's stupid. Missed opportunity. But he's also full of chips.
Face, he knows. Yeah,
he knows. Yeah, microchips, because he has sounds. He makes the.
Oh, really? Oh, I have. Yeah, no, I've got that one from Galaxy's Edge. I got the stuffed version of the
stuffed version.
Tauntaun. Nice. He makes the same noises, but like his sound box is in his belly, so you open it up on his belly to turn off the sound. So that makes sense.
That makes sense. That's good design. I still have the Hasbro 12-inch scale one.
Oh, yes.
That came with Luke, Han. No, mine came with Han.
Both at one point.
I only have one. I think the first one was Han.
Because originally,
this is what it was. They did Han and the Tauntaun at Toys R Us, and then Target had Luke and the Wampa. But I don't think we had Targets yet, so it was impossible to get.
That was the worst. That was the
worst.
So that was so difficult back in the day. We talk about Power of the Force and all that nostalgia, but the stress involved with the 12-inch line, because you had exclusives going to FAO Schwartz, Target, Toys R Us,
the Luke and
Walmart,
Stormtrooper gear,
fan club exclusives. It was like it was so hard to get everything, and like there were ones that had 2 packs, and now they're all worthless. Like you can get.
They're worthless.
I remember if it was FAO Schwartz had the the Wampa and Luke.
No, that was Target.
And was it Target? Okay, it was Target.
Yes.
Well, it was also Target for the Han Solo and Carbonite as well.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that. Was that huge?
It was big, yeah.
I think FAO had Luke and Han as stormtroopers.
They did. They had some wild ones. They had Grand Moff Tarkin with the Imperial Gunner.
Right, they did crazy.
They had I remember going to a toy show with you in Boston, and seeing them, and at the time people were like, "Yeah, we want $300 for this," and we're like, "What?"
I know.
It's insane.
There's no eBay then. You just had this is the only way to get them. But like you said, I don't know. Like, obviously we had them. I collected them.
Yeah.
Like, we were still in that mindset that this was all going to, like, fund our college education if we sold it. Like, it was going to be worth so much. So we were buying everything. And then immediately it was worth nothing. And they weren't, like, good toys. Like, the bodies were not very articulate. They were just, like, reused G.I. Joe bodies. But I do remember, like, Luke had hair variants. There was, like, a blonde Luke and a brown
you sold me
Luke.
the brown-haired or the black. I forget which one you sold me one. Yes.
I do like have this nostalgia for them. And the boxes were nice. They had big, like, actual photos of the characters on them.
They did.
But it was crazy.
The first ones had a fold out. You would fold out the panel in the front, and then they got rid of that.
Nice presentation. Right. Once they were just doing the window box in the green. Like, those were, like, rotting on, like, KB shelves or something. Like, they were how the mighty had fallen at that point. But they did these huge sets. Like, the Tauntaun was huge.
Was.
And
they did the Dewback. They did the Dewback for crying out loud.
They did a Dewback. Yeah, that was wild. I don't think I've ever seen that in person.
The speeder bike was there. I think
that would have been awesome. Yeah. Is that the only
they
vehicle they ever made? I don't think they did the like Luke's sand whatever. What's
the
that
land
called?
speeder?
No, the land speeder. They didn't do that, right?
No.
But that was a fun. But I have that. I don't need the popcorn bucket. It's like the moral of the story.
Right.
It's better. It looks better. It was very good. It was very detailed back then.
I'd been jonesing. It's hard for me to get out with the kids. It really is.
Sure.
And it's like I wanted to get to Five Below like a week ago, and I'm glad I went today. And I wanted to check out the Target Haulathon stuff because everyone's posting.
Still doesn't have anything.
That shipper. Yeah. And I got into Target today, and that shipper is. They take pictures of it. That shipper is tiny.
Oh, is it?
It's extremely small. It's only one-sided. It's a very ugly, unassuming shipper.
It's not a. Yeah. It's not a square, a cube.
There's no two sides to it. It's all one side.
Doesn't make any sense.
And I was only like, obviously, we're not collecting the Toon Turtles, so all that hype around that, I'm not really too worried about it. I don't think the selection was that great. You got a new Shredder that's not terribly good.
And what is that from? The weird colors? Is that from the cartoon, or is that like a?
I don't know. I think it was just an updated
the comic version.
They've got the comic version out, and then they have that one that's at Walmart right now. That Krang head one. It's the same sculpt.
Yeah, that's right.
But Count Von Count is in that set or in there. I saw him today, and then I saw a ton of Ernies, but not a Bert, so I didn't buy any of those. If I had seen all three, I probably would have gotten all three. But what I was really looking for was Pee Wee Herman.
Hey!
And I found him.
Hooray.
So he comes in a really cool, the door opens, the flap, it's taped down at first, but you get like a little sticker, and then it opens up, and you get Pee Wee.
Great.
There's Pee Wee.
That's very fun.
Three sculpts. I feel like this is going to be great for photography.
Yeah.
Like, imagine him being chased by, like, the Hasbro Hammond Collection Velociraptors, or squaring off against Michael Myers, or because he's got that screaming head.
Right.
But, like, and he comes with Terry. He comes with Terry down there. And a bunch of hands.
Good? Does the head look like him?
I would say 100% yes.
Okay. I was seeing some photos. Someone was comparing it to the Beetlejuice figure and saying how detailed the Beetlejuice figure looked and how not so detailed this sculpt looked.
Yeah. No, this is
he had like all
pretty good
on makeup and.
Yeah, all right, this is I'd say this is very good. He comes with two like words of the day, but it's really strange because one word is ultimate and the other word is NECA.
Oh, they like little cue cards he has, like little
like he'd be like, because he'd get the printout of what the word of the day was.
How much does he cost? 35?
It was 35.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they'll do another one like with his bicycle from the movie.
No, I don't think they will.
If he does well, they'll keep pumping those out.
Sure.
They keep making Elf. Who's buying all these Elves? Seriously, one elf is enough.
I know who is. Well, Pee Wee doesn't really change his look all that much. I don't know. I'd rather see some of the other
characters.
I'd rather see some of the other characters do like a figure set with Zombie.
If they did, who's the robot? I would buy a set if they did the robot, the map guy. There's definitely some fun. The ugly marionette guy, that kid with the red. There's definitely some fun things, and because that who did the toy line? It was like Matchbox or something weird.
It was like Tycho or something.
Yeah, they did some fun things, and if they could like replicate that, I think there's something there. Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see what NECA does. But while we're talking about NECA, that was some positivity for NECA. Let's get some negativity. So obviously there was this whole scandal where they shipped their Donatello's lab, like they doubled up orders, and some people got 2 and some people got none.
Right.
And that was a year ago, if not longer. And people are still waiting, but they're just waiting and hoping that the people that got 2 would return it. And NECA was basically like, if you don't return it, we're going to hate you forever. We're not going to send you a Christmas card. And I guess enough time has passed that they've decided that no one else is going to return one, because now they're sending out these emails to people who were still waiting to say, you get 2 options. You can get a money refund. We'll give you your American dollars back, or you can get a NECA store credit for the cost of the item plus 20%. So that equals $360 to spend on more product that hopefully you'll get this time, but no guarantees. So worst case scenario for a lot of people, but it was like, it's just the worst. But also this was like, they did the living room rights, and then they did the lab. Is there one more of these like modular sewer sets?
I feel like I mean, this is the second one. I don't think there's been any more announced. But
that's what I was.
These are the ones that they have on display at shows.
But there was supposed to be like a garage, or there was definitely another one, and I think this probably killed it because they can't risk it happening again.
No, of course not. Of course not. Well, someone was like so disappointed. And they're like, dude, just get your money back. Don't worry about it. And he's like, this was for world building. And it's like, world building? How are you playing with your toys?
How? I mean, I'm not going to yuck anyone's yum. But
no, I'm not either.
It seems, I don't know. Like, I guess you could display them. But like, it's so, like, you have that much real estate that you can put those all out there. But people bought these, so they must be doing something with them.
I feel bad for the people that didn't get them.
Feel bad. It's just a shitty situation. And NECA really did not act accordingly. They did not do the right thing. And they waited so long, people complaining all along. And it's just like, this is what you give them? This is like the least. This is like less than the least they could do.
Plus 20%.
I don't know. It makes me feel, I feel bad. Right. But... And like people are like, I'm never ordering from NECA again. It's like, all right, until they have something you want, and then you're right back in there. It's like, what are you gonna do? Not get the thing you want? Get out of here.
Get in there with your Auto T voucher.
Oh my god! Someday we need to do like the complete history of Auto T. Interview people about it, the experience. Find like a Walmart that still has them on the shelves. Those little
I never
tags.
saw them, but okay, yeah.
Go through the process of buying one. Somebody posted this photo. It is a whole bunch of Superman merchandise. And this is obviously not intended to be out there, but I haven't seen any like cease and desist about people taking it down. Mm-hmm. So in the left corner, you got a couple pops. And then some, I don't know if this is McFarlane or Spin Master, because Spin Master, we learned, does have the master license. So this could be Spin Master. I'm not sure. But this is definitely McFarlane. Superman comes with 4 total heads and Crypto, and then Lex Luthor comes with 3 total heads. And a little spoiler here, so if you don't want to be spoiled, I like thought it was a Yoda. I was like, he comes with Yoda, but someone's like, no, that's probably brr, brr, brr. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I guess we kind of know.
I don't know. You guys go like this.
Background. But spoiler alert, it's a baby kaiju. So I don't know if that ruins the experience from anyone, but we know there's a kaiju in the movie. We saw that in the trailer. Yeah. And then this is another like not McFarlane, or maybe it is, but like kids line with this is a Mazo, or what's the guy that has like all the different colors, like orange and pink and
Metamorpho? I don't know.
Metamorpho, that's what it's not a Mazo. So maybe he's in the movie, or maybe this is like Elseworld stuff. But I think the McFarlane figures look really good. I mean, obviously we can't see them, but the fact they come back with so much stuff, the little buddy figure, I'm definitely interested in picking those up. So that should be out any day now, because that movie is coming out in July?
I think so, yeah.
Oh. That's fun. That's good stuff. Oh, here we go. Hasbro teased Fantastic Four action figures with this little photo of all their hands in, group hands in.
Yeah.
Got obviously the long arm of
Mr.
long Fantastic.
Arm.
Yeah. And someone was pointing out that these must be based on either concept art or early costumes, because the thing is his arm has no suit. He's just a bare arm, and in the movie he seems to be wearing a suit. So maybe, I don't know, but obviously they have to make these figures pretty early, and it usually is based on concept art or
right.
Principal photography.
Josh Trank thing.
Nobody made anything for those, right?
No.
Nobody made, that was still Fox, right? Nobody was making Fox toys at that time. Yeah, that's fine. We didn't need that. That was like really bad. It's like, let's change everything just to see. Let's just change everything about these characters and the story and everything just to see. Let's see if it works. No, didn't work. All right. So I hope they're as good as those digital renders that guy made. That'd be kind of like shitty if he like totally stole all the momentum from these actual toys by making like really awesome digital renders.
Yeah, of course.
But we'll see. New season of the Jurassic Park cartoon. Does your kid like that? My kid loves that so much. He woke up at like 5 a.m. the day that it premiered to watch a bunch of them.
What is this? The chaos effect series that's
Chaos
out now?
Theory, I think.
Chaos Theory. I watched most of Camp Cretaceous.
Yeah.
I think I fell off towards the end
good.
just because it got weird. It was like Dinosaur Fight Club. This I haven't watched yet.
My kid said it wasn't as good as previous seasons, so.
Oh, I'll take his word for it.
Who knows what he likes?
I get.
He's really excited.
We went to Five Below, and I didn't know what my son wanted because he hates everything now.
He's in that age.
I go, what do you like? Everything. He goes, I like YouTube, I like Netflix, and I like Power Rangers. And it was like, what?
Well, 1 out of 3 ain't bad. Get him some of those like on the Walmart end cap, the Breaks figures or whatever. They're all YouTube personalities, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Get a Mr. Beast something. My kid loves Jurassic Park right now. Dinosaurs is his favorite, I don't know, thing right now. So he's excited for the next movie, except everything they're saying about the movie, it's like, oh, this movie brings terror back to the franchise.
Right.
And I'm like, great, he's not going to like it.
There's like a fire-breathing T-Rex in it now, I've heard.
It's not, I don't know what they're saying, like, Jurassic Park was never about the terror. Like, what are we doing? That's not what it was about the wonder.
Did you read the book?
A park full of dinosaurs.
Yeah, but did you read the book?
I've not read the original. Okay,
so yeah, that's what they're basing it off of. The book is more horror oriented and
that's fine.
Quite a bit more violent, obviously.
Write that in the book.
And then like the dinosaurs aren't like it's explained that the dinosaurs aren't like truly dinosaurs. They're like loose approximations of.
Well, of course they got that frog DNA in there.
Right, but they really leaned heavy on that in the book.
Oh, they don't want to get sued by any actual dinosaurs being like, this is mischaracterization.
My great grandfather, 75 million years removed. This is not what he looked like.
Where are the feathers?
Not what he fought for.
Where are the feathers?
It's my least favorite addition to any of those movies was like, let's add feathers.
Yeah, I don't want to think about them being like chickens. I don't need that. I want dinosaurs to be their own thing. They don't need to be anything else. Let me find this here. We all watched Hook as kids.
We did.
I was never a big
hopes for Hooks.
I was never a big Peter Pan fan, but I loved Hook. Hook was one of my favorite movies. Still is. I watched it a couple of months ago. Toy line was very fun. The characters, the toys looked nothing like the actors in the movie. I don't know if they made them like before the movie was cast or they just did not care. But they had fun role-playing items. I remember that sword. You would like shake it and it would make like a tink sound, like you were hitting another sword.
I had Captain Hook's hook that had multiple different
Swiss Army hook. That was fun.
That was fantastic.
So much fun. So we only got one. You still have it or you don't?
Yeah, I do. I have all my Hook stuff.
Yeah,
of course.
Next week, I want to see it. They only made one series of figures, but then you said they made that crocodile. So was that in the second series?
It must have been. My cousins had it, and I saw it at a toy show once.
Yeah, I never saw that. I feel like I would have bought that because I got all of them. But there were more figures planned, and I don't know why they didn't come out. Like I thought it did well, but I guess not. So
I feel like Hook, they played it up, and if I remember reading correctly, because at the time it debuted, and they said Steven Spielberg was vacationing with his wife, Kate Capshaw, and the dailies had come in, or whatever they were calling them, had come in, and it wasn't doing that well at the box office, but he was out in Europe, and he didn't really care. But yeah, it didn't do well. Didn't do as well as they wanted it to, and I'm assuming they probably were like hoping that we would get like a sequel to Hook as well.
Oh my god, we were robbed!
Like Hook 2, Double Hook.
Would they bring Captain Hook back from?
But what a cast! It even had Maggie Smith in it, and Maggie Smith still looked as old as she did like during her Downton Abbey days. It was wild.
Yeah, what a cast. So Series 2 was going to give us some new characters, notably Thudbutt and then Tinkerbell, or just Tink.
Yeah.
I guess was she never called Tinkerbell? She's called Tink. I think
they just called her Tink.
So again,
Smee was going to be in there because we didn't get Smee.
Smee. So here's another photo of Tink. Now, again, these figures did not look like the actors, but I don't know that this is a terrible... I mean, it's not great, but I think I could see Julia Roberts here. I think I could see her in that. I don't think that's the worst. Did she have wings? I guess she had it was very translucent. So it's weird to see them like fully like that. Like it looks too much like insectoids or something. But yeah, if someone can release these somehow, like Super 7, do another follow-up series, or like your friend over in the UK, like he's doing Star Wars figures, like I would buy another set. I would buy any of these figures. I would love to round out my Hook collection.
Right, because you only got that original set. You got a Rufio, you got a couple of Rufios, you got a Lost Boy, and you got 2 or 3 Peter Pans. You got a raft, which was odd.
Right.
And a couple small vehicles, and then you got, I think, 2 versions of Captain Hook and a generic pirate.
Yeah, with a parrot. So lots of figures, but there were still lots more to go.
This is when you started seeing these at like the KB Toy Works and everything as well.
Yeah.
They wound up there.
Trying to look quickly to see.
Wasn't meant to be.
If there's any other. Wasn't meant to be. I guess so. I mean, obviously they, I didn't help that they didn't look like the characters, and I don't know if that was a likeness rights thing, or if they, didn't.
It's like all that kind of stuff, like care. Waterworld and things like that.
That's true.
The movies don't do excellent. They expect them to be in the box at the theater a little longer, and they're not.
Mm-hmm. It's okay. That's just how toys worked back then. They made toys for so many different movies. They were like, if one of these can be the next Star Wars, we're good. but we're not going to put a lot of effort into them.
Right.
Until we're 100% sure.
The minute we find out that it's starting to go south, we're washing our hands of it.
Right.
Just a sniff
and
of it.
We're gonna make the sculpts generic enough if we need to reuse them in a subsequent line, like we saw with the Gamorrean Guard, the Ewok Village. Who else got reused?
I mean, I feel like I've got some of the Waterworld figures have reused weapons.
Yeah, I don't even remember the Waterworld.
Who else was a big one? Was the biggest perpetrator of that was Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Had all the superpowers figures.
Superpowers? Good lord!
Yeah.
That's crazy. Man, these Waterworld figures. I remember these just piling up. We got to do a deep dive into we got to start doing separate shows where we just talk about one topic, because I would love to talk about the reuse during the Kenner days, because I sent you a photo. This was something else that came up on that other toy podcast, where they said the tip of the gun that came with one of the Peter Venkman figures was reused on the Chewbacca's alternate gun that came in the Power of the Force 2, the first one, but just the tip part of it. And I don't know if that's how molds work, where you can just use part of it, or if the sculptor was just I just want this to look exactly the same. I don't know.
Piece it together.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so bizarre, but it is very similar, and it's not based on anything from the movie, obviously. So we'll see. Another project. All right, very quickly, Old Boy. I don't know if this is a company or a guy, but here they make some amazing stuff, and it looks like they're gonna start selling this custom Dwight Schrute head that looks just fantastic. You said it looked too realistic.
Yeah.
But that's the paint job that makes it look like that. And they just plopped it on one of these from Loki, the other guy from Loki, the bodies. I don't know if their shirt is colored differently. Yeah,
Morbius.
Yeah, not Morbius. You can see the weird belt buckle. But I've always talked about wanting Severance and The Office, all these suited characters I want as action figures. So this might be the way to go. I don't know how much it's going to cost, but I might be willing to invest in that just to see. Another fun thing, how did this come to be? Oh, okay. So Amazon was doing all these crazy sales, and one of the things they were selling was the bulk figure from Power Rangers from Super 7. Now, I don't know if they're still making Power Ranger figures, or they haven't really announced anything yet. So this might be one of the last figures. You hear that squeak? I don't know why. I don't know what they did in the production of this figure, but his shoulders are so squeaky. Anyways, this was on sale, and he's sold out other places like Entertainment Earth. So I'm all right, I'll get him, because I wanted to see. There's never been another Bulk and Skull in this scale, so it's I want to have these in my collection. So anyways, I got this. It's a fine figure, but what I thought was really interesting about it is that he comes with a vest that I took off here. It's it's the rest of his jacket, and then the denim on top, which was the style at the time, because if you were a wrestling fan back in the 2000s, 2002, Triple H returned from a devastating quad accident or injury, and he came back at Madison Square Garden, one of the best returns of all time, wearing jeans and then a leather jacket and then that denim over top of it. So I took it from the Bulk figure, I gave it to this Superstars Triple H, and then I took the legs from the Bray Wyatt figure, and now this is my favorite wrestling figure of all time. So these are the He-Man figures, the Superstars line.
Yeah.
So it's it's a He-Man body under here. So
okay. I'm why is he so bulky?
Yeah, he's so bulky. And then he's got this extra jacket on top. But I just think this looks so good. I gave him the belts. I was just so happy with how this turned out. It's so funny to me. But these figures are made to be customized because all their arms and legs pop off, their heads pop off so easy. So I was just really fun with that. Had fun with that. So I had the lower body from Triple H left over, and then I had the torso from Bray Wyatt, and he has all these crazy tattoos. And I was who else has a bunch of nondescript tattoos if you like don't look too close. And I was like, oh, I can make a CM Punk in a like a tank top, except I need a head. And the heads, like for the normal Mattel figures, don't fit exactly right. Like I don't know why the superstar heads are like they're just a little different. But the AEW figure had the exact same skin tone, and whoa, he's got a big neck. But here's my CM Punk superstar figure. Look at the neck on that guy.
He looks like Rattler.
He does look like Rattler because the neck is so long. Yeah,
the neck's so...
But yeah, if you kind of look at him just the right angle, it's not too bad. But this is probably will not stay. But I just thought this was like extra parts and thought this was kind of funny. So I hope they stop. I hope they start doing more modern day wrestlers. They did a Cody Rhodes 2-pack with his dad on the Mattel websites. I'd like to see them keep going with modern day guys. Here's Skeletor just for scale, so you can see it as actually like He-Man from the Origins line. Hey man, I am the game. I like to play. So there we go.
Wow.
Anything else? Let me look quickly through my Blue Sky here and see if there's anything that we skipped over. No, I think we were pretty
it's all been covered.
Thorough. Wow. If we missed anything, we'll talk about it next week or just forget about it. All right, Bill, anything else? Oh, I'm sorry. Very quickly. Last week, we talked about NECA re-releasing Spirit of Splinter in a box set with the 4 turtles for like $170 or something. It sold out very quickly, and one sold. We don't know that the person paid. We don't know anything, but it sold for $850 on eBay, which of course makes no sense because you can see that the next, the highest selling Spirit of Splinter by himself, the whole case for $500. So it makes no sense that you would pay more than that for this set. It makes no sense. So I hope that this was just shill bidding and some idiot's not actually paying that much. But it did sell out. So that's something. Just like this McFarlane Superman. The McFarlane finally made a good Superman, and it sold out everywhere. Entertainment Earth, Big Dad Toy Store. The only place that still had it as of Friday was GameStop. So I was forced to buy it from GameStop because I want it. This may be the best Superman. This may be like our last chance. I don't know, but I wanted it. So we'll see if my order is fulfilled. I felt dirty ordering from GameStop. I don't have my like Power to the Players card, whatever it's called anymore. But I had to get it. But hopefully I do get it. All right. Any more things? No, I think that's it. All right, very good. Anything else, Bill, for this big week?
No, it was huge.
It was huge. All right. All right, everybody. Well, you know what we say. We don't want to grow up, but we already did. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye, everyone.